Bruh, you can't imagine like that. You understand? Because back then, he was puffing.
The Carter empire seems to have been going through some rough patches and has recently hit a rock. Word on the street right now is that Beyonce is done with the whole facade of her supposed sweet and loving marriage to Jay-Z, and she's about to bail out of the equation. There have also been rumors about Jay-Z being investigated by the feds under the radar, and Beyonce is not about to wait till it ends. Queen Bee is trying to avoid getting caught up in whatever the consequences of the investigation will turn out to be. If you're wondering why Jay-Z is being investigated, well, let's just say his dear friend Diddy may have allegedly put him in for trouble after Diddy himself got in big trouble. Jay-Z and Diddy's friendship has stood an applauding test of time. It's been decades since Diddy and Jay-Z formed an alliance. But it seems everything has changed pretty quickly due to some unforeseen circumstances. Unforeseen circumstances like Diddy not seeing all the troubles he's been experiencing lately coming his way. Diddy has been working overtime to keep his reputation intact, even though that may be a little too late already. From Diddy having to deal with strings of lawsuits in less than 6 months, to some of his mansions getting raided by Homeland Security.
Multiple safes broken into, drawers ripped open, closets ransacked, boxes of gun ammo, and Grammy Award.
It's been hell for Diddy since everything started, but as it's unfolding, it seems Diddy is not ready to go down alone. Diddy is more than willing to drag anyone down with him, even if that person is Jay-Z. Rumors have it that Jay-Z is just as shady as Diddy has been over the decades. One of the reasons they have stayed tight and have an unbreakable bond. These rumors also indicate these two industry giants have shared the same interests, most especially allegedly taking advantage of young women. So if Diddy is going down, his industry brother is coming along with him.
The authorities came up with enough evidence to go into a judge by using the civil cases that has came upon him.
Anyway, reports claim Beyonce is not about to be a part of their downfall. She's running for her life as fast as she possibly can. It seems Beyonce doesn't have much to lose anymore. She's about to leave Jay-Z to be by himself. But to be fair, Beyonce may be finally breaking free from the shackles of her business marriage. Yeah, you heard that right. Business marriage. It's been a while since rumors have been swirling about Beyonce's marriage to Jay-Z being a business contract, and they have just been winging it year in and year out to keep up with the powerful Hollywood couple title. But things seem to be different inside their house. Beyonce's dad, Matthew Knowles, is known to be one of the best artist managers back in the late 90s and early 2000s. So he couldn't fumble the bag while managing his superstar daughter. Matthew Knowles reportedly signed off on Beyonce and Jay-Z's relationship with the agreement that his daughter's career would move to greater heights back then. Well, he didn't miss that one, because Beyonce's career definitely took a huge successful turn after her relationship with Jay-Z went public. Regardless of the 12-year age gap between the couple, they made the industry feel their presence as a team. So yeah, the alleged business marriage wasn't for nothing at all, but the pitfalls Beyonce had to go through repeatedly in the marriage have not been nice at all. Jay-Z's cheating scandal has been one of the most embarrassing moments for Beyonce in the industry. Yeah, the supposed king of her heart cheated on her, and he didn't even stop at that. It escalated into a whole drama. Beyonce's sister had to do the Lord's work as she publicly fought for her sister. Hence the infamous elevator footage of Jay-Z and Solange Knowles. Anyway, the Carter family cleared the air about the incident really quickly, as they claimed they were family, but it was all a misunderstanding, and they had settled it behind the scenes. But that really wasn't the end. Beyonce later dropped an album in which she talked about Becky with the good hair. Well, Beyonce was referring to all of her husband's mistresses, and this led the public to learn how pained Beyonce was about the incident. However, Jay-Z also made mention of the incident after he dropped an album and talked about him cheating on his wife on one of the songs. Jay-Z wasn't saying he did a good thing, but at the same time, he didn't make it seem like it was a bad thing. so that was a little bit confusing for the public. But the business marriage claim gained more traction than it did in the past. If we're being honest, the regular Hollywood couple would have called it quits when scandals like this happen, but the Carters treated it like a drop of water in the ocean. So it's either there's a deeply rooted genuine love between Jay-Z and Beyonce, which the public highly doubts is true, or are they truly holding on to the union due to their alleged business arrangement? However, it may be coming to an end soon either way. Diddy isn't taking any chances on exposing the evil doings he and Jay-Z have allegedly participated in for the past few decades. Talking about evil doings, these two have joined hands together to do. Kim Porter and Kathy White will pass for a real instance of these actions. These two women allegedly suffered the same fate. While Kim Porter used to be Diddy's partner and was the mother of some of his children, Kathy was one of Jay-Z's mistresses and was about to be the mother of one of Jay-Z's children. Both Kim and Kathy died a mysterious death when they were about to expose Diddy and Jay-Z's dark secrets.
He was puffy all the way up until he became Diddy. So his behavior over the years has changed.
Kim Porter was going to write a tell-all book, but mysteriously died of pneumonia not long after. On the other hand, Kathy was about to meet a former journalist for Star magazine for Kathy's tell-all alleged affair with Jay-Z, and she wound up dead in her Manhattan apartment, with her cause of death being an aneurysm. Yeah, that's a really suspicious coincidence. Why was it that at the moment these ladies were ready to talk, they had health issues that took their lives? It didn't seem like a normal occurrence at all. So there must have been something that happened that the public didn't know about, or didn't catch a whiff of it. But remember, Cassie exposed Diddy during her sexual assault lawsuit against him in November 2023 about his connections running wild. Cassie mentioned in the lawsuit that Diddy had direct access to her medical records. Sometimes, Diddy would even get to see them before she could even get a glimpse of what was going on in her own body. And again, remember, Jaguar Wright has also hinted that these people have a way of taking people out in a particular way. But they inject the body with some type of substance, and that substance gives their desired result when the autopsy is done. Yeah, the theory is kind of weird, but no one would say it doesn't make any sense, you know? However, Jay-Z is the type of man who knows how to cover his tracks well enough. Kathy White's suspicious death didn't get enough attention as Kim Porter's suspicious death did. The only reason for this is that Diddy is usually the loudmouth of the friendship, even though it's not like Diddy normally goes on camera and says he does something out of line. There are always signs of Diddy exposing himself to the public. Either Diddy is captured taking part in very compromising activities in some videos, or saying weird things in a coded way. There's always something. But Jay never leaves room for anything to be pieced together or traced back to his name. Anyway, it seems Diddy may be the one to uncover the tracks Jay-Z may have thought he properly covered. Diddy couldn't save himself. He kept moving from one lawsuit to another, and those lawsuits weren't just ordinary ones. Each and every one of the lawsuits had Diddy by the neck. Different evidence kept coming out, from Cassie opening the floor for the rest of Diddy's alleged victims, to Lil Rod bringing one of the hardest pieces of evidence no one saw coming. Cassie exposed Diddy for several misconducts. Diddy thought it would be a walk in the park, but within a day of Cassie's lawsuit filing, Diddy realized he had to take it away from the public's attention. The lawsuit sparked outrage on social media, as many users didn't hesitate to throw dirt on Diddy's stellar reputation. So after his lawyers had initially denied the allegations, they took a really fast U-turn, as Diddy must have wanted, and decided to settle out of court. Unfortunately for Diddy, that wasn't the end of his legal battles. Instead, it was like Cassie had just scratched the surface. A couple of other females also sued Diddy, causing him to be in the headlines often enough for the public to eventually admit Diddy must have been on to some really unspeakable activities behind the scenes for so long. Like the public's mind has not been blown enough, Diddy's name made new headlines again in February 2024. After Lil Rod had accused him of being a bad employer, a sexual predator, a drug distributor, and even a substance addict. Lil Rod's 73-page lawsuit was out to put Diddy's head on a spike, as the court documents detailed some unnerving revelations he had suffered and witnessed during the time he worked on a project with Diddy. While Diddy has been going through all of this, Jay-Z has been in the shadows, and he has yet to speak about any of the happenings. So when the authorities raided Diddy's home, they must have found some really incriminating evidence. But Diddy is still a free man. Well, Diddy may have given in to a deal with the authorities, and that can only mean Diddy snitching on his buddy, Jay-Z. Some people are saying it is well-deserved if Diddy is truly snitching on Jay-Z right now. The reason is that Jay-Z has been pulling away from Diddy since his unending public negative experiences started. Jay-Z has been avoiding Diddy like the plague. He can't get close to him, even after the years of friendship they have shared. Or was Diddy the only person attaching so much importance to their friendship? We can't be sure. Diddy has been recorded many times talking about his special relationship with Jay-Z. He even claimed Jay-Z is the only person who calls him Sean, aside from his mother. That was how special Jay was to him. Anyway, Jay-Z isn't interested in a friendship that could ruin his years of hard work. However, Beyonce also isn't interested in knowing where their bromance will end. She prefers to be on her own than having to side with Jay-Z in court alongside his buddy Diddy. It's a really messy situation right now, as everyone is looking out for themselves. It's about to be a really long movie for people on social media, with different happenings happening every day. Do you think Beyonce will have a chance to successfully serve Jay-Z's divorce letters and be on her way out of the crumbling Carter empire? Or do you think the alleged business marriage between them may have a clause that will hinder her from bolting out of the business? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on any celebrity news updates.